Paano mo malalaman na sapat na yung na-save at na-invest mo? How much is enough? Hi there! This is Eden from the Road to Retirement channel. Welcome to this channel where we talk about how to have funds to have fun in freedom or retirement. Today we're going to get to the real core, the road to retirement and somewhere. That is retirement. And whether that is a traditional retirement for you, or fire, or barista retirement, isa lang ang underlying theme nun, and that is financial independence. We defined in financial independence as work is optional. Hindi na kailangang magtrabaho para matustusan ang pang-araw-araw na gastusin. You may check more of that in these episodes flashed on screen. But today we're going to discover how much do we need to get to that financial independence. Paano mo malalaman na sapat na yung na-save at na-invest mo? How much is enough? In a nutshell, I'll give you a popular rule of thumb reply to this question. Tada! It's 25 times your annual expenses. Yang total amount na kailangan mo as a nest egg. Mag-save ka ng ganung amount and you're pretty much good to go. Syempre may qualifiers yun. At yun ang i-discuss ko sa video na ito. First off, we have to qualify annual expenses. Kailangan mong tingnan ang list of expenses mo at i-limit ang projected expenses doon sa retirement years. Example, at that point, hindi ka na nag-o-office. So i-adjust mo yung amount for gas or taxi, grab, and bus fares kasi di na ganun kalaki ang magagastos mo doon. Another example, at that time, siguro bayad mo na yung mortgage mo. So alisin mo na yon as a recurring expense. On the other hand, in retirement, you have more time and would probably want to spend more on travel or house upgrades, especially in the first few years of your retirement. So scrub your list of your annual expenses. Once ma-finalize mo na yung list, ito na yung annual budget mo for a comfy retirement, one that you aspire for. If that sounds a bit complicated for you, may isa pang rule of thumb, and that is you typically need 80% of your pre-retirement expenses as your post-retirement budget. Example, your monthly expenses as of the moment is $62,500. So using this rule of thumb, your post-retirement budget is 80% of $62,500, which is 50,000 pesos. So kunwari, na-determine mo na yung post-retirement budget mo is 50,000 a month. That translates to 600,000 a year. Since you are eligible for Social Security, say you can get 100,000 a year from Social Security, that leaves you 500,000 a year in retirement na kailangan i-cover from your savings and investment. This 500,000 will come from your nest egg na sinabi na natin kanina. Using the 25 times rule, multiplying this by 25 will give you 12.5 billion. You need to save this amount invested to be able to withdraw safely 4% without depleting your portfolio for the next 30 years. Kahit na tumanda ka na, may pera ka pa rin as long as you safely stay within the 4% initial withdrawal rate and adjusting yearly for inflation. Now, ano naman itong 4% withdrawal rate and how does this relate to the 25 times nest egg? In a 1994 study by William Bengen, na isang financial planner in the US at that time, na-determine niya studying the financial historical market and inflations ng isang retiree can safely withdraw 4% mula sa nest egg without running out of money over a 30-year retirement. This is based on the initial withdrawal rate, which of course you can adjust depending upon the rate of inflation year after year. So sa example natin earlier, magwi-withdraw ka ng 500,000 sa first year of retirement, which is 4% of the 12.5 million nest egg na naipundar mo na. the following year, the inflation went up 3%, for example. So yung i-withdraw mo na for the following year will be 500,000 times 1.03 or 515,000 to account for the 3% inflation. The same goes naman if bababa ang inflation the next year to 2%. Then you adjust the amount previously withdrawn, which was 515,000, times 1.02. That gives you 525,300, and so on and so forth. So ayun ang 4% withdrawal rate as it relates to the 25 times nest egg. Ito naman ang ingatan natin sa 25 times rule. Hindi ito ina-account yung mga unexpected na events na pwedeng mangyari like sickness that will require you to withdraw more than 4% on a certain year. So while pwede tayong maghanda para sa retirement, hindi natin maprepredict ang future. Hence may element of surprise talaga. Ang importante ay aware tayo na pwedeng mangyari ang mga iba't ibang events na hindi planned. But just considering the US stock market for the last 100 years and the inflation for the last 100 years, there's a 100% possibility that a 4% withdrawal will not deplete over a 30-year retirement. Dito sa atin, wala pang ganyang study. So this, again, is a rule of thumb. Etong 25 times rule ay hindi kinoconsider possible incomes mo from side hustles or part-time jobs, rental incomes, kung may paupahan ka man. This nest egg of 25 times also assumes that there is a 50-50% balance of your portfolio in stocks and 50% in bonds. Now, para dun sa mga gustong mag-maximize ng growth opportunity in the stock market, you can increase your allocation para sa stocks to as high as 75% habang bata ka pa, and you can rebalance the allocation habang tumatagal na ang retirement mo. That way, more likely mag-extend ang nest egg ng 5 years more than yung original na 30-year retirement plan mo. Maganda ito lalo na if you live longer, beyond your 30 years from your retirement. One other thing na hindi nako-consider ng 25 times rule ay yung mga FIRE retirees or yung financially independent retire early retirees. Yung mga nag-retire na maaga in their 30s, 40s, or 50s. Remember, 30-year retirement lang ang time frame nito. So if you retire early, say 45, live to your 80s, you will probably need more than just 25 times. To be on the conservative side, the initial withdrawal rate can be lower, say 3%. Using the 3% withdrawal rate, that would mean 100 over 3 or 33 times rule, meaning you need to save up to 33% of your annual expenses. Now, whether you go for the 25 times rule or the 33 times rule, ultimately it is your decision. Ang importante ay now you have the ideas to think about it and to prepare for your road to retirement.